Alright guys, here in this video I just shot a deer tonight, so I'm going to show you guys. I already gutted it and everything, so I'm going to show you guys how I start the processing. I'm going to skin it and quarter it up. It's too cold for me to hang it tonight, or too warm for me to hang it tonight, so it's just going to get put in the fridge or some ice or something. But usually I like to hang them, but it was warm. It's really warm out right now, so I'm going to show you everything you need to get started, or what I use. Hacksaw. Sawzall will work too if you have one of them. A couple different knives. Like I said before in my videos, I really like fillet knives, knife sharpener, and some gloves. So let me get everything set up here, and we'll get started on this, and I'll show you guys the first step that I do. Oh, and one other thing, one other piece of equipment that's really nice is this right here. It's a skinning gamble. The cover's on it right now, but you see it's on a pulley system right there. Makes this a lot easier to do. So let me get everything set up and we'll get going here in a minute. Okay guys, the first thing you want to do is you're going to take your hacksaw and you're going to cut the legs off right, let's see, let me show you on here, right about here, because there's two bones here and here. You want to get above those so you can hang it by the back. So let's get started to do that. Oh, and one other thing, watch out for these, the tarsal glands. You don't want to nick those and get that on the meat. Alright. There's one. Now just go around all four legs, do that, and then we'll get back with you on the next step. Bear with me here, I'm self-filming by myself, so might not be the greatest, but I'm going to try. So, alright, catch you guys in a minute. Alright guys, now once you got all four of the legs cut like I showed you, what you want to do, flip them, or her in this case, and again, watch that tarsal gland, and you just got to start skinning just a little bit before you're able to hang it. And pull that skin up like that and just work your knife, as you don't want to nick that gland. Like I said, you only need to start it just a little bit. Just pull it down. Now see that right there? That's where you're going to put your gamble through and hang it from that. So I'm going to do the same thing to this leg here, and when I get it hung up, I'll be back with you guys. Okay guys, so we got the deer hung, you can see here. I'm going to put my head strap on. I think it's just going to be a lot easier with me trying to self-film than always moving the tripod and my clamp around. So I'm going to put my head strap on, get the GoPro on there, and then we'll get back to it and start skinning the deer down. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright guys, now sharpen your knife. Take a drink of beer. And any of you have ever skinned, fur bearers, coyotes, foxes, raccoons, it's kind of the same deal except you're missing the feet. But I always start with coming straight down here and splitting it all the way to where the gut line was that you cut. I'm going to do that on both legs. Okay, now what you're going to, just like skinning anything else, it will peel, but you got to work it away from these legs first. Just work it right down. You got to remember that tarsal glands there. You don't want any part of that. You got to come around here. Don't pull too hard. You don't want to rip meat or anything. Just kind of let the knife do the work for you. Alright, work it down here in the front. You come over here, you gotta do the same thing to this leg. I want to get that finished. I'll show you how to deal with the tail. Okay guys, now once you got down to the tail here, you got both legs, both hindquarters skinned down. And what I like to do is I'll start it with this fillet knife I have. Let's see, Right there's the tailbone. Instead of dulling the crap out of your fillet knife, just grab your bigger knife. Still haven't washed it from gutting her earlier, and just try to get a good hold. Find one of those joints, just like that. That's the tail. Now, if you're gonna keep the skin to tan, which I might, I've never tanned deer skin by myself, but you're gonna want to split this tail. And actually, I think I'll do that in the end of the video to show you guys, because I might keep this one to tan myself. So, okay, now sharpen your knife. And again, just like skinning anything else, you're just gonna work it all the way down. Man, this doe has a lot of fat on her. It's October, I don't know, 18th or 19th today, and it hasn't really gotten cold. There's a few nights it got cold, but I mean, it's been 50s, 60s, 70s. There's a lot of fat on this deer. This deer come off I shot her in a winter wheat field, and there's thick stuff right behind me. Well, I'll link the video up where I shot her, but there's a massive, massive cornfield and acorns all over too. So I bet a lot of this fat's come from the acorns. Alright guys, I'm gonna skin her the rest of the way down until I get to the neck and the front legs, and then I'll be back with you. I'll show you how to get those legs out and deal with the head and neck. Alright guys, see you in a minute. Alright, now once you're down here, I've already done the other front quarter. You just work it out, work the skin down until you can do that. Get your hand through it, and just peel it off like a t-shirt. That's that. Again, just keep working it down all the way down, because you can get a lot of good neck meat off of these. Alright guys, I'm going to finish skinning this out. There's not much more to it. I skin down to about the ears, and then I'll take a hacksaw, cut the head off. You got your neck roast, and then I'll show you how I quarter it up and part it out. So now you got it skinned, you cut the head off, all that good stuff. Front shoulders. They're only attached by muscles and ligaments. There's no bones, so you don't even need a knife to get it. Pull it out. Cut underneath. And just follow that shoulder blade. Just like that. That's one front quarter. And same thing on the other one. Just pull it out. Make your cut. And then follow that shoulder blade around. I have a really bad tendency of shooting deer in the shoulders. Yeah, another front quarter. Okay, now once you got that done, what I like to do is I'm going to get the back straps out, or the loins, so you feel the spine running there. And then this right here, start. You want to make your cut right there, and you're going to follow that spine all the way down. You're going to feel your blade of the knife tick against the vertebrae. Just like that. And then you make your other cut right here. Now, the best way I can describe this is like filleting a fish. You're going to feel your knife tick along those bones. You don't want to leave any of that meat. You're going to get to a point that you can just almost pull it. Just like that. It's going to come off nice and clean. It should. Leave that layer of fat on the carcass if you can. That's just less that you're gonna have to trim off later on. There you go. That's one tenderloin, or one backstrap or loin. The tenderloin is what we're gonna do next. It's the same thing for the other side. I'm not gonna show you just due to repetitiveness, but same thing on the other side. Okay, the tenderloins, you don't even really usually need a knife. The tenderloins are the sweet meat right here underneath. And just take your finger, run it down, and they're gonna should just come right loose. There might be a few things you need to clip. There you go. It's the sweet meat or the tenderloin. Okay, the last step, I cut the body off here after I got the loins, the back loins, and the tenderloins out and picked off meat of the neck. Last step is that you're going to cut and split the hindquarters. And that's it. Now I may do another video on parting it out and getting certain cuts of meat, but that's how I skin and quarter my deer. This is going in the fridge for a couple days since it's too hot to hang, so I'll get back with you guys when it's time to get this cut up and ground up. Alright, catch you in the next one.